Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees who have joined this call, where we are discussing the Jagannathastakam. So recently we celebrated Snana Yatra, where Lord Jagannath ji, Baladev and Subhadra are lovingly bathed by their devotees. And very soon, in few days, we are going to celebrate Jagannath Ratha Yatra. So this period is very dear to all the devotees who love Jagannath ji. So many devotees travel to Jagannath Puri generally, and they want to participate in Ratha Yatra. And in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had made this Jagannath Puri as his headquarters. His mother Sachi Mata requested Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay in Jagannath Puri, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted sannyas, and Mother Sachi had so much of love and affection for Lord Chaitanya. So, but if Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stays at home with mother after taking sannyas, people will criticize him. So Sachi Mata said that if Nimai, means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, stays at my home, certainly that will be the great cause of happiness for me. But if people criticize, that will be the greatest source of unhappiness for me. So let Nimai, means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, stay in Jagannath Puri. So Jagannath Puri and Bengal, means Orissa and Bengal, are like two rooms in the same house. The devotees in Orissa will go to Jagannath Puri, will go to Bengal to take bath in Ganges. And the devotees who are in Bengal, they go to Jagannath Puri to take darshan of Jagannath ji. So thus we keep hearing about the news of Lord Chaitanya. So when Sachi Mata said like this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had made Jagannath Puri his headquarters after accepting sannyas. So Mahaprabhu stayed there for 24 years of his sannyas life. Of course, he went for some yatras also, Vrindavan Yatra, South Indian Yatra from there. But he had spent most of his sannyasa life in Jagannath Puri. He would daily go to Lord Jagannath's temple, Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami. So may Lord Jagannath ji be the object of my vision. So this is the prayer of several devotees. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also participates in this Gundicha Marjan, Netrotsava, and also in this Jagannath Rath Yatra. And all the devotees from Bengal would come every year to Jagannath Puri to participate in Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath ji along with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So thus for devotees who are followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all devotees in general, so this Jagannath Rath Yatra is a very, very important festival. And Adi Shankaracharya, Sri Adi Shankaracharya had written a very nice song on Lord Jagannath ji that is called Sri Jagannathastakam. So it's a very nectarian song. Lord Jagannath ji is Krishna only. So Krishna has appeared in the form of Lord Jagannath. So one day, all the residents of Dwaraka became very eager to hear Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. So especially the ladies, all the queens of Krishna. So they all went to Mother Rohini, because Rohini Mata witnessed all Krishna's childhood pastimes along with Mother Yashoda in Vrindavan. So Mother Yashoda and Rohini, they both stayed in Vrindavan and witnessed all Krishna's childhood pastimes. So all the queens of Dwaraka went to Mother Rohini and requested, can you please tell us Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan? So then Rohini said, okay, I will tell you, but Krishna and Balaram should not come here. So they all selected Subhadra as the doorkeeper. Subhadra, the loving sister of Krishna and Balaram. So she became the doorkeeper, and then she was guarding the door. Then Mother Rohini was narrating all the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram to all these queens. But Subhadra felt that, oh, I would be missing these pastimes. She started peeping inside the room, and she also wanted to hear all these pastimes. So, but although she was supposed to be, taking care of that Balaram and Krishna would not come there, still she became so absorbed in the narration of these pastimes of Krishna and Balaram, which she was hearing from Rohini Mata, and she did not notice that Krishna and Balaram have come there. So Krishna and Balaram became surprised. What is Subhadra doing here? Subhadra was standing at the door and peeping inside, putting her head inside the door. What's happening there? So Krishna came on one side and Balaram came on one side, and three of them started putting their heads inside the door, and they were listening to the pastimes which were being narrated by Rohini Mata. Then, hearing these childhood pastimes of Krishna, even Krishna became so mesmerized, Krishna became so ecstatic, Balramji became ecstatic, Subhadra became ecstatic. All three of them, they changed their forms. They have transformed their forms. Their eyes have become so big, their smile has become so big. So they manifested the forms of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra there. So because of ecstasy. So hearing Krishna's pastimes causes the greatest jubilation to anyone who hears. Not only devotees, even to the Supreme Lord also. This is the absolute nature of the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram, that they make even the Supreme Lord also get absorbed in ecstasy. So now Krishna and Balaram and also Subhadra transform their forms like this. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, very big eyes, it is a big smile. So Narada Muni came and he became so ecstatic to see this darshan. So Narada Muni requested, my dear Lord, this special and unique darshan that you have given me, can you please give it to everybody? So please manifest in these forms, let this darshan be permanent. So Krishna agreed. And that's the background behind these special and unique forms of Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra in Jagannath Puri. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who had made this Jagannath Puri his headquarters, he would daily go to Jagannath's temple, and then he sees this beautiful form of Jagannathji and he was ecstatic. He would stand at Garuda Stambha and then takes darshan. And sometimes Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his absorption, in his loving ecstasy, he would see Jagannathji as Krishna standing in threefold bending form playing flute. Okay. So Jagannath means the Lord of entire universe. So this Shankaracharya has written this beautiful song of Jagannathastakam. These are 8 nice verses glorifying various activities and attributes of Lord Jagannath or Lord Krishna. So let's try to discuss the meaning of this Jagannathastakam in the next 1 hour or so. So there are 8 shlokas. So I will be discussing the meaning after reciting the prayer. So now I will show the shlokas also so that you also can follow wherever you may be. So you can also sing at your own place. So let's see this. So Jagannathastakam is written by this Shankaracharya. And the first shloka says, Kadachit kalindrita vipina sangita karavo Muda bhiri nari badana kamala swada madhupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesha Chita Pado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. So the meaning of the shloka is Kadachit Kalindi Tata Vipina Sangita Karavo means, now here our Jagannath Shankaracharya says that sometimes, Kadachit means sometimes, Kalindi Tata, on the banks of Kalindi, Kalindi means Yamuna. So kada chikalindita tavi ina sangita karavo. Sometimes Jagannath ji goes on the banks of Kalindi river, means Yamuna river, and he stays in the grooves of Vrindavan. Tata Vipina means the grooves of this Vrajabhumi. And he sings his flute, he plays his flute. Sangeeta Karavo. Sangeeta means music. So sometimes Jagannath ji fills the grooves of Vrindavan on the banks of Yamuna river with the music of his flute. So the music comes in waves, it flows so gently, like the waving blue waters of river Yamuna itself. So just like you see on the surface of Yamuna, there are nice waters, waves. Similarly, there are such nice waves produced by Krishna's flute song also. So that's the meaning of this shloka. Sangeeta Karavo. So now, when Krishna plays his flute, it's such an enchanting experience. So there is one full chapter in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and this chapter is dedicated to describe Krishna's flute song, and it's called Venu Gita. So Sukadeva Goswami says, Barha Pidam Natavaravapuh Karnayor Karnikaram Vibhradva Sahakanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamala Randhan Venoradhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopa Vrinde Vrindaranyam Swapadarabanam Pravishad Gita Kirti. So Krishna wears a beautiful yellow dress. Barha Pidam, he wears a shining, brilliant peacock feather on his head. Barha Pidam Natavaravapu. Krishna's beautiful body is like that of a drama artist. Natavaravapu. Karnayor Karnikaram. And he wears a Karnika flower near his ears. Right? Sometimes left, sometimes right, like that. Karnayor Karnikaram. Vibharadva Sahakanaka Kapisham Vaijayantim Chamala. And he also wears this shining yellow cloth and Vaijayanti Mala. Vaijayanti Mala means a garland made of forest flowers of 5 types, some say 8 types, right? So, what does Krishna do in that attire? Randharan Venoradhara Sudhaya Purayan Gopa Vrinde. He would fill the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, producing such mesmerizing sounds. That is called Venu Gita. So Krishna plays this flute, and when Krishna blows his flute, that sound that comes out of his flute exactly blends into the natural sounds of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, there are several natural sounds. What are they? The sounds of waterfalls. So when there is a nice breeze, the trees would just blow. They would move very gently like this, and that produces some kind of pleasant sound. In the chirping of birds, like parrots, peacocks, swans, so they start chirping. And these are all natural sounds of Vrindavan. The movement of trees, the movement of water, the movements of these birds, the sounds of these birds. And Krishna expertly blends his flute song within these natural sounds of Vrindavan and mesmerizes all the masters of musical science. Even Vishnu gets attracted, astonished, not get attracted, he would get astonished. Even Shiva gets astonished, Indra gets astonished. All the devatas become so mesmerized hearing this flute song. All the movable living beings, immovable living beings, human beings, non-human beings, and celestial beings, everybody would get attracted to Krishna's flute song. Kada chikalindita tavipina sangita karavo. So in this way, Jagannath ji is playing his flute song, right? So next line is Mudabhiri nari vadana kamala swada madhupa. Mudabhiri nari vadana. Who is the nari here? All the gopis of Vrindavan, right? So here, the song says, this stanza says that Jagannath ji is like a madhupa. Madhupa means a honeybee that goes to different flowers, extracting honey from different flowers, right? So Jagannath ji is like the black bee who enjoys the blooming lotuses What are the lotuses here? If Jagannath is compared to a bee, what are the lotuses here? The lotuses are the joyful, blissful faces of the Abhiri Nari, the gopis of Vrindavan. So, the gopis of Vrindavan are the topmost devotees of Krishna. Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita. So, the gopis of Vrindavan are the topmost devotees of Krishna, and they decorate themselves just to please Krishna, just to make Krishna happy. So when you see some beautiful object, your eyes relish it, isn't it? Similarly, the gopis decorate themselves so nicely just so that Krishna can enjoy their beauty. So that's the purpose. They don't have a special attraction that, okay, I need to put some makeup and I should look so beautiful. That's not their intention. Their intention is to just make Krishna always happy. So their faces are like lotus flowers, and Jagannath ji is like a black bee, relishing the nectar from this lotus. So that's why here this shloka says, Muda bhiri nari vadana kamala swada madhupa. So Muda means with great pleasure. Abhiri nari means all the gopis of Vrindavan. Vadana kamala, their face is like kamala, lotus. Aswada madhupa, and in the form of a bumblebee, Jagannath ji is relishing their beauty. Third line. Rama Shambhu Brahma Marapati Ganesharchita Pado. Rama means Lakshmi Devi. Shambhu means Shiva. Brahma means Lord Brahma, four-headed Brahma. Amara means immortal beings. They are the devatas. So all these great personalities, Archita, Ganesha also. Archita Pado means the Jagannath's lotus feet are worshipped by such great devotees, great devatas. Even great devatas also come and offer prayers. Now you see in this picture, all the devatas came on the banks of this milk ocean and they were praying to the Lord. Oh Lord, Mother Earth is overburdened by so many military forces, unscrupulous kings. Please descend on this planet Earth and protect this Mother Earth from all these personalities. So in this way they offer prayers. Rama Shambhu Brahmamara Pati Ganesha Archita Pado. So they all worship, right? So now you see, there's another shloka in Bhagavatam. Natasmate natha sadangri pankajam virincha vairincha surendra vanditam parayanam kshemam ihechhatam param nayatra kalaha prabhavet para prabho. Means Natasmate natha sada angri pankajam. My dear Lord, your angri pankaja means your divine lotus feet are worshipped by great devatas. Natasmate natha sadangri pankajam. Virincha means Brahma. Vairincha means Shiva. Virincha means sons of Brahma. Shiva, four Kumaras, Narada Muni, all these personalities. Surendra, even the great devatas like Indra, they all offer obeisances unto the Lord's lotus feet. So Jagannath ji is the Lord of universe. All the devatas who are conducting various affairs of the universe will report to Jagannath ji, will offer obeisances to Jagannath ji, will worship his lotus feet. So may that Jagannath be the object of my vision. So that's the meaning of this shloka. So Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatumi. Jagannathaswami, may that Lord Jagannath Nayana Pathagami. Nayana Patha means the path of my eyes. So let him be the object of my vision. Bhavatami means let him become. So that is the meaning of this first shloka. So in this first shloka, it's very, very rich shloka. Now if you see in this shloka, Kadachit Kalindi Tata Vipina Sangeeta Karavo means the flute song of Jagannath ji, the flute song of Krishna is glorified. And the glory of the gopis of Vrindavan is glorified. Hearing that flute song, all the gopis left everything that they have and they came to Krishna. Pati sutan vayad bhratru bandhava ati vilanghyate nyachyuta gata gati vidastavod gita mohita kita vayoshitaha kastya jenishi. So Pati, Suta, Bhratru, Bandhava, all these gopis have left their husbands, brothers, and family members, and every sons, they left everything and they came to Krishna to serve him, hearing Krishna's flute song. Uddita Mohita. So that's the glory of Krishna's flute song. And all the devatas also glorify him and worship him. So that's the meaning of the first shloka. Now, second shloka. Bhuje savye vedam shirasi sikhi puchham katitate dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidadhate sada Srimad Vrindavana vasati lila parichayo Jagannathaswami nayana pathagami bhavatu me bhuje savye vedam shirasi sukhi puchham katitate. The meaning of this shloka is, it's very interesting shloka. Bhuje savye vedam means, savya means left hand, right? Bhuja means hand, this left arm. Savya means left. So he has flute in his left hand. Bhuje savye vedam sirasi shikhi puchham. And on his head, he has this beautiful peacock feather, right? So that's the meaning. So bhuje savye vedam means he's holding this venu or the flute in his left hand, and sirasi shikhi puchham. He's having this nice this peacock feather on his head. Then katitate dukulam, and on his waist he's having a waist cloth. So generally Krishna has this yellow dhoti and a red color waist cloth, right? Generally, sometimes he may wear different colors also. But katitate dukulam, netrante dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidadhate. So Jagannath ji is showering his sidelong glances on his devotees. He has this fine silken cloths and he bestows sidelong glances upon all his devotees, his companions, from a corner of his eyes. He would just play like this, you would see like this, okay, very playfully, in a very naughty manner. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati Lila Parichayo. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati. So Krishna always stays in Vrindavan. He doesn't go even one step outside Vrindavan. Although Krishna goes to Mathura when Akrura comes, still in spirit Krishna is always there in Vrindavan. Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati. Vrindavan is the eternal abode of Krishna. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayas Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachitupasana Vrajavadhu Vargenaya Kalpita. Aradhyo Bhagavan Vrajesha Tanayah. Our Aradhya Bhagavan, our worshipful Lord, is Krishna in Vrindavan. Vrajesha Tanayah. Tadhama Vrindavanam. And his eternal abode is Vrindavan Dham. Right? So Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati. Krishna always stays in Vrindavan performing his divine leelas. And in fact, Krishna performs leelas in Mathura also, in Dwaraka also, in Hastinapur also, in many other places in this material universe, and even in the heavenly planet sometimes he goes. And he performs pastimes even in Vaikuntha also. But of all these pastimes that Krishna performs at different places in the cosmic manifestation, either in the material or spiritual worlds, the pastimes that Krishna performs in Vrindavan are the topmost. They are the most relishable pastimes. They are the epitome of all rasas. So, because Krishna performs pastimes with his loving devotees. When his loving devotees are there around him, Krishna becomes more and more excited to perform pastimes. Right? So, with people whom you have a formal relationship or official relationships, you may not be so free. But with whom you have intimate relationship, you are very free to do all kinds of activities, pastimes. Right? So, all the intimate devotees of Krishna are present in Vrindavan. The best of all devotees in Madhurya Rasa are there in Vrindavan. The best of all devotees in Vatsalya Rasa are there in Vrindavan. The toppers of Sakya Rasa are there in Vrindavan. Like that, if you see, Vrindavan is filled with toppers of all rasas, right? So just like people who study very well, the toppers They will go into very premier institutes, educational institutes. They get seats in such great colleges. Similarly, all the topmost devotees of Krishna are present in Vrindavan. Okay, so because Krishna is surrounded by his dear devotees in Vrindavan, who are the best of all his devotees, so Krishna performs the best of all his pastimes with them. Right? Sada Srimad Vrindavana Vasati. Leela Parichayo. And he performs leelas, enchanting leelas. So Krishna has so many forms. Of all the forms of Krishna, Krishna's form as Vrindavan Krishna, a cowhead boy, young cowhead boy, is the best of all forms. Right? So that's why Brahmaji glorifies Krishna. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa vrajaukasa yanmitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. Aho bhagyam, what great fortune, what great fortune. Brahmaji is personally saying this. Nanda gopa vrajaukasam, what is the great fortune of all the cowhead community members, all the members of cowhead community headed by Nanda Maharaj. Nanda gopa vrajaukasam. What's their fortune? Yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahmasanatam. The supreme absolute truth appeared as their friend, having loving pastimes with all these Brajavasis. So they are the topmost devotees. They are the most fortunate personalities in the entire cosmos. Brahmaji also says he establishes Krishna's form in Vrindavan to be the supreme form. Naumedyate brava pushe taditam baraya gunjavatam saparipichal sanmukhaya vanyasraje kavalavetra vishana venu lakshmashriye mridupade pashupangajaya. Naumi, I offer my obeisances. Idyate, that worshipable Lord. Naumedyate. Abravapushe taditam baraya. The Lord has abravapu, means the body which is having the color of clouds. Neela. Taditambaraya, his clothes are resplendent, they're shining like lightning. Taditambaraya. Gunjavatamsa, he wears this gunjamala. Paripuchala sanmukhaya, he has this beautiful peacock feather which is shining. Vanyasraji, he wears a forest flower garland. Kavala vetra vishanave, Kavala means he has little curd rice in his hands. Not some expensive item like pizza, paneer fried rice, or not such expensive items, not such fancy items. Simple curd rice. That's it. See, Vrindavan is filled with simplicity and innocence, while Vaikuntha or other places may be filled with majesty and grandeur. So Vrindavan means simplicity of attire, simplicity of attitude, simplicity of pastimes. But the best of all pastimes are available in Vrindavan. Kavala Vetra. Krishna is not holding some Kaumodiki Gada in Vrindavan or Sudarshan Chakra in Vrindavan. Krishna is just holding a small stick to control cows. He never hits cows, but cowhead boys will hold that stick just to control the cows and then take them around, right? Calves and cows. So, Kavala Vetra Vishana Venu. Venu means Krishna has a simple flute. What is flute? Take a little bamboo stick, put some holes in it. That is flute. Krishna is not holding some harmonium, guitar, or any other such expensive instruments. He's very simple. So, Lakshma Shriye, although he is very simple in his attire, he is filled with all opulences. Lakshma Shriye, Mrudupade, his divine, tender, soft lotus feet. Pashupanga Jaya, he is walking barefoot in the land of Vrindavan. He doesn't wear even shoes also because his cows are not wearing shoes. Mrudupade, Pashupanga Jaya. Pashupa means cowhead man. Angaja means one who is son of the cowhead man. So in Vrindavan, Krishna appears as the son of Nanda Maharaj. That establishes Nanda Maharaj's position as superior to Vasudeva's position. And Krishna wears Gunjamala and this Vaijayanti Mala. That these ornaments that Krishna is wearing are superior to Kaustubhamani in Vaikuntha. So Krishna's Gunjamala is better than Kaustubhamani of Vaikuntha. Krishna's simple forest flower garland is better than Parijata flowers in Swargaloka. So in this way, Krishna's simple attire as a cowhead boy in Vrindavan is the best of all forms of Krishna. Right? So that is established here. Sada Shrimad Vrindavana Vasati. Next, third shloka. Third shloka is another very interesting shloka. It says, Maham bodhe stire kanaka ruchire nila shikhare vasan prasadanta sahaja bala bhadrena balina subhadra madhyastha sakala sura seva vasarado Jagannathaswami nayana pathagami bhavatu me. So Maham bodhe stire kanaka ruchire nila shikhare. This is Maham bodhe means a great ocean. So where is Jagannath Puri? Jagannath Puri temple is on the banks of this ocean. So that is Maham bodhe, very great ocean. Tire, on the shore of this ocean. Kanaka ruchire, it has golden hue. All the sands appear golden. The ocean appears bluish and the sands appear golden. So Maham bodhe stire kanaka ruchire nila shikhare. Nila shikhare means Lord Jagannath stays on this Nilachal mountain. Nila shikhare, on the top of this Nilachal mountain. So on the shore of this great ocean is a large place that glows with the effulgence of solid gold and is topped by a towering temple. Right, it appears like a blue sapphire mountain, Nila Shikhar. Right. So next line says, Vasan prasadanta sahaja bala bhadrena balina. Vasan, Jagannath stays there. Prasadanta. So he stays there for a long time. He eternally resides there. And along with Balabhadra. Sahaja means one who is born together. Means his brother, Sahaja. So he's born along with him, or means from the same mother. So Sahaja Balabhadrena Balina. So he stays in Jagannath Puri along with his Balabhadra or Baladev or Balaram, Balina, who is very strong. Subhadra Madhyastha Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado. And Madhyastha. So Balaram is here, Jagannath is here. In the middle, there is Subhadra Mata. So Subhadra Madhyastha means in the middle of these two brothers, Subhadra is there. Sakala Sura Seva Vasarado. Sakala Sura means all the devatas, all demigods, they get avasar, they get some opportunity to render service to Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. So Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. Basically, Jagannath ji, along with Baladev and Subhadra, is staying on the shore of this ocean in a nice temple, and he is giving opportunity to all the devatas to serve him, right? So now here all the devatas come and offer obeisances to Jagannath ji, because Jagannath is the Supreme Lord, and all the devatas are just appointed administrators of various affairs in this universe. In this universe, there are several departments, just like within a state also there are multiple departments. There is this finance department, education department, or agriculture department. Like different departments are there. There are ministers who are overseeing those affairs. Similarly, to manage the affairs of the entire universe, the Lord appoints a management body. Agni, fire department. Brahma, creation department. Shiva, destruction department. Indra, rain department. Yamaraj, criminal department, right, to punish all the sinful people. So like that, all the devatas are servants of the Lord, and they come and offer obeisances to the Lord, render various services to the Lord, and make several offerings to the Lord. So Seva Vasarado. So Jagannath ji is creating an opportunity for all the universal administrators to come and worship him. Right? He's making himself available. So now the gopis of Vrindavan, who love Krishna and who are very eager to see Krishna's cowhead boy form in Vrindavan, they cannot appreciate Krishna in Kurukshetra. Once all the gopis, and not only gopis, all the Vrajavasis, Dwarkavasis, then Hastinapurvasis, and people from different places are assembled at Kurukshetra. At the time, there was some eclipse. So to perform some auspicious rituals and some kind of pious activities, they all have gathered there. So then gopis started seeing Krishna. So Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra, they were coming on chariots and seeing Krishna in such an attire. So in Vrindavan, Krishna wears a simple turban. But in Kurukshetra, Krishna was wearing a big crown. He was like a prince. In Vrindavan, Krishna is very simple. He wears some simple flower garlands and simple natural minerals, right, are there on his body, which are applied by his loving friends. But here, Krishna is looking so regal, so royal, like a prince. And in Vrindavan, Krishna is surrounded by cows, peacocks, monkeys. But in Kurukshetra, Krishna was surrounded by elephants, horses, chariots, soldiers. There, Krishna was surrounded by co-head boys. Here, Krishna is surrounded by soldiers and ministers. So the gopis did not like this darshan. Of course, he is also Krishna, he is also Krishna. But the gopis were missing Krishna's darshan in Vrindavan. They wanted that ambience. So all the gopis, especially Srimati Radharani, wanted to pull Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra, their chariot, to Vrindavan from Kurukshetra. And that's what Ratha Yatra is. Although the Lord is staying in Jagannath Puri along with Balabhadra and Subhadra and accepting worship from all the devatas, Srimati Radharani is not very happy. All the Vrajavasis are not very happy to see Krishna in Kurukshetra. So they were pulling within their hearts, they were pulling the chariots of Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra to Vrindavan. And that's what Ratha Yatra is. So Lord Jagannath ji is staying in Jagannath temple in Puri. And that Gundicha temple, that represents Vrindavan. So when all the devotees are pulling Jagannath's chariot from Jagannath Puri temple to Gundicha, that represents gopis pulling Krishna to Vrindavan from Kurukshetra, right? So then Jagannath ji becomes very, very excited to go to Vrindavan. Okay, that's Ratha Yatra. So when the hearts are filled with love for the Lord, so one cannot accept any other attire than their lovable form. Now see, all the Vrajavasis, their hearts were filled with love for Krishna in Vrindavan attire, not in Kurukshetra attire. So even attire also matters. Even the ambience also matters for expression of love, for exchange of love. Now I'm sitting here, there is some silence around, I'm able to give class. I'm able to speak and glorify Jagannath. But if I have to sit in rain, outside there is rain. If I have to sit in rain, I won't be able to speak. Well, okay, ambience also matters, right? So now, okay, now next shloka. So in this fourth stanza, Shankaracharya says, Kripa Paravarasa Jala Jalada Shreni Ruchiro Rama Vani Rama Spurada Mala Pankeruha Mukha Surendra Radhya Shruti Ganasikha Gita Charito Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Kripa Paravarasa Jala Jalada Shreni Ruchiro. Kripa means mercy of Krishna, mercy of Jagannath. Paravaraha means this great ocean of mercy, right? So Kripa Paravaraha means Krishna is an ocean of compassion, boundless compassion. So ocean is so deep and so expansive. It's very difficult to estimate the expanse of the ocean and the depth of the ocean. In this material world, you may find out some kind of measurements of this ocean, but Krishna's ocean of compassion is unlimited, unfathomable. So that's why Kripa Paravara. Paravara means this ocean. So Krishna is an ocean of compassion. Sajala Jalada Shreni Ruchiro. So and like Krishna's ocean of compassion is boundless, and his beauty is like Sajala Jalada Shreni Ruchiru. So Krishna is having this beautiful blue complexion. It's like Jalada. Jalada means cloud. Jala means water. That which holds water or gives water is called Jalada. That's cloud, right? Sajala Jalada Shreni Ruchiro. Shreni means groups of clouds. So Krishna, Jagannath's body or Krishna's form is of the complexion of groups of bluish clouds. Okay. Rama Vani Rama Spurada Mala Pankhe Ruhamukha. Rama is Lakshmi Devi. Rama Vani. Vani means Saraswati. Rama Vani Rama. So Krishna is giving enjoyment or happiness to even Lakshmi and Saraswati also. By what? Spurat Amala Pankheruha Mukha. His Mukha, Krishna's Mukha face is Amala, spotless. Spurat, resplendent. Amala Pankheruha. Pankha means mud. Pankheruha means that which is born out of mud. That is lotus. Mukha means Krishna's face. So Krishna's face is like a lotus and it is spotless and it is resplendent. So by his beautiful face, Krishna is giving happiness to Rama, Lakshmi and Vani Saraswati. Okay. Surendrai Aradhyaha Sruti Gana Sikha Gita Charit. Surendra means the kings of demigods. Means Indra. So even Indra also offers obeisances to Krishna. Right? So with great delight, Lakshmi and Saraswati are seeing this beautiful face of Krishna. And that Krishna is also worshipped by best of all Suras, Devatas. Surendra Aradhya. And Sruti Gana Sikha Charito. So Sruti Gana means all the Sruti scriptures like Upanishads. So even Upanishads, best of all Upanishads also are singing the glories of Krishna, glories of Jagannath. There is another shloka in the Bhagavatam, last canto, last chapter, first shloka, 12.13.1. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedaihi Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Yam Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Chandra, Maruta, all these great devatas, Stunvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi, in transcendental praises, in divine praises, they glorify Krishna. Yam Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Maruta, Stunvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi. So all the devatas are glorifying Krishna, as this shloka is also saying. This Jagannathastakam shloka is also saying. Then Vedaihi Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha. Even great Vedas and Upanishads and all scriptures also are singing the glories of the Lord only. Right? So in this way, the Lord is glorified by Shruti scriptures and all the devatas. Same thing is mentioned here. Surendra Aradhya Shruti Gana Sikha Charita. Right? So next. Lakshmi is also glorifying and serving him. So afternoon we were discussing another session. Janudvayam Jala Jalochanaya Jananya Lakshmya Khilasya Surabanditaya Vidhatu. Janudvayam, Krishna's two legs, are always massaged by Lakshmi, who is Jala Jalochanaya Jananya. She is the mother of the entire universe and she is always seen massaging the feet of Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna. So that is her duty. So in this way, the Lord is creating service opportunities to even Lakshmi and also the Devatas. Right? So that's about Jagannath's situation in Jagannath. Now, in the next shloka, Shankaracharya writes that he describes Ratha Yatra now. So far he described Jagannath's glory and how he receives worships from his devotees, and how he is so nicely situated in this Nilachal mountain on the shore of this ocean. Now he describes Ratha Yatra. Ratha Rudho Gachan Pati Milita Bhodeva Patalai Stuti Pradur Bhavam Pratipadamupakarnya Sadaya Daya Sindhur Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me Ratharudho Gachan Pathimilita Bhudeva Patalai. Ratharudho, this Jagannath ji is boarding this Ratha. Arudha means he is boarding. He is very regally mounting this Ratha. Ratharudho Gachan Pathi. Pathi means this pathway. The road that is connecting between Jagannath ji's temple and Gundicha temple. Right? So sitting on this, mounting on this beautifully decorated chariot, Jagannath ji goes from this temple to that temple. Okay. Ratharudo Gachan Pathi. Milita Bhudeva Patalai. Bhudeva. Deva means Devatas. Bhu means earth. So Devatas are there in the heavenly planets. Bhudeva means those Devatas who are on the earth. Who are they? Brahmanas. Brahmanas are traditionally called Bhudevas. They are as good as Devatas on this earthly planet. So, as Lord Jagannath ji mounts on his chariot and goes along the streets during the Ratha Yatra ceremony, groups of Brahmanas come together. Milita Bhudeva Patalahi. Patalahi means assembly of Brahmanas. What do? Stuti Pradur Bhavam Pratipadamupakarnya Sadaya. Stuti, they praise the Lord. They glorify the Lord. They offer prayers to the Lord. Stuti Pradur Bhavam, in great love and affection, in great reverence and in great devotion, they sing the glories of the Lord. Pratipadam Upakaranya Sadaya. Pratipadam means every step. So as Jagannath ji is going from this temple to that temple during the Ratha Yatra, Brahmanas are praising him. At that time, at every step, Jagannath ji is showering merciful glances upon all these devotees who are attending Ratha Yatra. You see, millions of people are attending Ratha Yatra. You see, Ratha, all three Rathas are here, and so many thousands and thousands of people, lakhs of people attend Ratha Yatra, and Jagannath ji showers his merciful glances upon all of them. So now, Stuti Pradur Bhavam Pratipadam Upakaranya Sadaya. Sadaya means he's an ocean of compassion. His glances are accompanied by his mercy. Daya Sindhur Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya. Daya Sindhur. Sindhu means an ocean. Jagannath ji is an ocean of compassion. And Jagannath ji is showering that compassionate glances upon them. Actually, we need to pray. So all the Brahmanas are praying. In response to the prayers of these Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, the Lord is showering merciful glances. Similarly, if we also go in front of Jagannath ji and then offer our prayers, the Lord will shower merciful glances upon all of us. Right? So he's an ocean of compassion. Daya Sindhur Bandhu. Daya Sindhu means ocean of compassion. Bandhu means friend of the whole world. Daya Sindhur Bandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya. Daya Sindhu is ocean of compassion. Bandhu Sakala Jagatam. He is the friend of entire universe. Sakala Jagatam. Sindhu Sutaya. So Suta means children. Right? Sindhu Sutaya. Sindhu. The Lord is already compared to ocean of compassion. So this ocean of compassion has so many children, sons or daughters, right? So he would see all the living beings as his children and showers his compassion. So may that Jagannath ji be the object of my vision. So Jagannath ji is an ocean of compassion. He's an ocean of beauty also. Tarunam Ramaniyangam Arunoshthekshanadharam Pranatashrenam Brahmam Sharanyam Karunaranavam. Tarunam is always youthful. Ramaniyangam, all the bodily limbs of Krishna are formed perfectly. Tarunam Ramaniyangam. Arunoshthekshanadharam. His eyes and his lips are reddish, like the rising sun. Pranata Ashrayanam. He always gives shelter to those who surrender unto him. Pranata Ashrayanam. Brahmanam, he's transcendentally pleasing in all respects. Sharanyam is the only person who can give shelter to all of us. Right? Nobody can liberate us from the material existence. Only Krishna can. Right? Because he's an ocean of compassion. Karunaranam, this is the word for which I quoted this shloka. Karunaranam means he's an ocean of compassion. Same thing is mentioned here. Daya Sindhu. He has fatherly affection for all his children. So next stanza. In the 6th stanza, Shankaracharya says, Para Brahma Pida Kubala Yadano Nayano Nivasi Nila Droni Hita Charano Nanta Sirasi Rasanandora Dhasa Rasavapura Lingana Sukho Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me Para Brahma Pida Kuvala Yada Lotfulla Nayano. Kuvalaya, the Lotfulla Nayano, his Nayana, his lotus eyes. His eyes are like Utfulla, they are like blossom lotuses. Right? His eyes are compared with fully blossomed lotus petals, right? Para Brahma Pida. So Para Brahma Apida means Apida is crown or an ornament. Para Brahma means the supreme spiritual reality. So Lord Jagannath Ji is the ornament of Para Brahma, or is the ornament of supreme spiritual reality. There are so many spiritual realities in absolute truth. So he's the supreme object of transcendence. Right? And he has such beautiful lotus-like eyes. Full nayana, like very nicely blossomed lotuses are compared with his eyes. Next. Nivasi Nila Drauni Hita Charano Nantasirasi. Nivasi Niladro. So he is staying in Niladri. He is staying in Nilachal. Jagannath. Nivasi Niladro. Nihita Charano Nanta Sirasi. Ananta is Ananta Sesha, who has thousands of hoods. So he would place his lotus feet on the hoods of Ananta, giving Ananta some mercy. Sometimes he would sleep on Ananta also, right? Bed. So he stays in Nilachal and he also places his lotus feet on the head of our Ananta. Nihita Charana Ananta Sirasi. He will keep his lotus feet on the heads of or hoods of Anantasesha. Rasanandora Dhasa Rasavapura Lingana Sukho. Rasanando. He takes Ananda in Rasa, in enjoying Rasa. Right? He becomes so happy and ecstatic. Rasanando, he is actually relishing all his loving pastimes with his devotees. In the beginning of our session, I mentioned, right, in Vrindavan, all the topmost devotees are there. Topmost devotees in all rasas are there. So, best of all Saksha Bhaktas, best of all Madhurya Bhaktas, best of all Vatsalya Bhaktas are there in Vrindavan. Best of all Shanta Bhaktas, best of all Dasya Bhaktas, they are present in Vrindavan. So, Rasanando, Krishna enjoys rasas, different rasas with all these devotees. So when Krishna is going from Nanda Maharaj's house in the morning to the forests, he says, he sees off, our mother Yashoda sees him off, and he would just go to the forest. Along with whom? Along with all the cowhead boyfriends and all the cows. Cows are in Shantarasa. Yamuna bank is in Shantarasa. All the trees there are in Shantarasa. And all the cowhead boys are in Saksharasa. So throughout the day, Krishna gives his divine transcendental association to Saksha Bhaktas and Shanta Bhaktas. And in the evening, he comes back to the pasture, from the pasturing grounds, from the forest to the village. He comes back to Nanda Bhavan. So when he comes back, the Dasya Bhaktas means devotees who have this servitude emotion. So they are Raktaka, Patraka, Chitraka. They are the house servants of Nanda Maharaj. So they receive Krishna and they render all kinds of services to Krishna. Okay, and and Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, they would come and then embrace Krishna, and Yashoda Mata renders all kinds of services to Krishna. So when Krishna comes back home in the evening, he gives his association to Vatsalya devotees and Dasya devotees. What about Madhurya devotees? When Krishna is going to the forest and coming back from the forest, he would glance upon all the Madhurya devotees, all the gopis of Vrindavan. And of course, there is Rasalila also. So in this way, Krishna gives his association to all the devotees in all rasas at different times during the day. But when Krishna was dancing on the hoods of Kaliya, and when Krishna lifted Govardhan, at those times, Krishna gave his loving association to devotees of all rasas simultaneously. Under Govardhan, Krishna was lifting Govardhan, and then under Govardhan, Krishna was standing. The devotees of all rasas gathered at one place, and they were having such loving exchanges with Krishna for 7 days and 7 nights continuously. Okay, so that's why he's Rasanando. He's the relisher of rasas. He's Akhila Rasamrita Murti. He is the personification of all rasas. He's Rasa Raj. He's the king of all rasas. Raso Vaisaha. He is Rasa itself. He is Rasa. So like that, Krishna's names are connected to Rasa. Rasanando Radhasa Rasa Vapura Lingana Sukho. Now in this line, Madhurya Rasa is glorified. Rasanando Radha Sarasa Vapur. Alingana Sukho. So he embraces Radharani and enjoys Madhurya Rasa with her. Right? Sukho. He's enjoying, he's happy. So now Radha and Krishna, when they are embracing or they are having such loving pastimes, they are not exhibitions of mundane lust. They are transformations of supreme spiritual potency, pleasure potency. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriter Hladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatma Navapi Bhuvipura Deha Bheda Ugatauta. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti. All the pastimes of Radha and Krishna are the transformations of Hladini potency, the exhibitions of Hladini potency. Ekatma Navapi Bhuvipura Deha Bheda Ugatauta. Although they are Ekatma, although they are one in their identity, they have manifested in two forms. Deha Bhedo, they have manifested in two forms, and that is Radha and Krishna, male form and female form. In our Chaitanya Pravaha sessions, yesterday only I was discussing this shloka. So now that completes that shloka. Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu Me. So may that Jagannathji be the object of my vision. So he's always enjoying with Srimati Radharani. So we need to think of Krishna. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana, always think of me. What does it mean? It means that apara karunya saushilya saundarya madhurya gambhirya audarya vatsalya jaladhau nivishtamana bhava. What does it mean? Manmana means to immerse your mind in 7 oceans of Krishna. What are they? Mai apara karunya. Karunya means compassion of Krishna. Mercy. Second, Saushilya. Saushilya means his good character. So that's another ocean. Krishna's good character is like a big ocean. Third, Saundarya. His beauty is like an ocean. Oceanic beauty. Madhurya. His sweetness is also like an ocean. He's an ocean of sweetness. Gambhirya. Gambhirya means gravity. Krishna is very grave. Although he's sweet, he's also grave. Parallelly. Then 6th ocean is Audarya. Audarya means compassion, benevolence. Krishna is an ocean of benevolence. Vatsalya, affection. Krishna is very affectionate towards his devotees. So, Mai apara karunya saushilya saundarya madhurya gambhirya audarya vatsalya jaladhau nivishtamana bhava. That's what thinking of Krishna means. Okay. So now Srimati Radharani is also a combination of 7 oceans. Vaidagdhya sindhur anuraga rasaika sindhu vatsalya sindhurati sandra kripaika sindhu lavanya sindhur amrita chavi rupa sindhu Shri Radhika Spratu me Hridikeli Sindhu. 1. Vaidagya Sindhu. Srimati Radharani is an ocean of all virtues. Anuraga Rasaika Sindhu. She is also an ocean of Anuraga Rasa, such deep loving affection for Krishna. 3rd, Vatsalya Sindhu. She is also an ocean of compassion on all of us. 4th, Atisandra Kripaika Sindhu. Kripa means compassion again. Sandra means condensed. Atisandra means extremely condensed. So, Srimati Radharani is an ocean of extremely condensed compassion on all of us. 5th, Lavanya Sindhu. She is an ocean of loveliness, beauty. 6th, Amrita Chavirupa Sindhu. Her all physical features, bodily features are so attractive that they can even attract Krishna, who is an attractor of Cupids. That is the 6th ocean. 7th ocean is Shri Radhika Spuratu me Hridikeli Sindhu. Keli Sindhu. She is also an ocean of pastimes. In this way, Radharani is compared to 7 oceans. Krishna is compared to 7 oceans. And when these two combinations of 7 oceans becomes 14 oceans, when they come together, the kind of rasa exchange that happens is divine, spiritual, out of this world. Rasanandora dhasa rasa vapura lingana sukham. So that's the 6th shloka. Now 7th. Navai yache rajyam na Jagannathastakam manikya vibhavam Naya cheham ramyam sakala janakamyam varavadho Sada kale kale pramathapati nagita charito Jagannathaswami nayana pathagami Bhavatu me Navai yache rajyam na Jagannathastakam manikya vibhavam. Here the devotee says, "Oh Jagannathji, I don't want anything. Navai yache rajyam cha. I don't want rajyam. Great kingdom, I don't want. Kanaka manikya vibhavam. Vibhavam means opulence. Kanaka, manikya. Kanaka means gold. Manikya means gems, precious gems, stones. So I don't want big kingdom, and I don't want big golden treasures or some diamonds. I don't want that. Navai yache rajyam na Jagannathastakam manikya vibhavam. So next, Janatam yam varavadho. And nayacheham, I don't beg for what? Ramyam means beautiful woman, opposite gender. Sakala janakamyam varavadhum. Such a beautiful partner is desired by Sakala jana, all kinds of men. But I don't want that. Okay. So it's like equivalent to Mahaprabhu Sikshastakam. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamai. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. So it's rejected. Several other devotees also pray like this. Vritrasara prays. Nanaka prishtham na cha parameshtyam na sarva bhaumam na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhir apunar bhavam va samanjasatva virahaya kanshim. Nanaka prishtham na cha parameshtyam. I don't want sovereignty on this earthly planet, in the Brahmaloka or in the Patalaloka or any other position in the 14 planetary systems. I don't want. He says, I just want the opportunity to render you service. Same thing is mentioned here. So like there are several such shlokas. So Sada kale kale pramathapati nagita charito. So in this line, he says that Sada kale kale, always, at all times, at every moment, I just have to worship you, my dear Lord. Right? So your acts and deeds are sung by the Lord of Pramathas. Sada kale kale pramathapati nagita charito. Pramathapati is the Lord of Pramathas, Pramathaganas. Who is that? That is Lord Shiva. So Pramathapati nagita charito. So even Lord Shiva also constantly sings the glories of Lord Jagannath, Lord Krishna. So at every moment he is singing, may I also sing like this. That's the essence of all meditation, the essence of all bhakti, to be always absorbed in the glory of Rudra Gita, in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He glorifies the Lord. So, in this shloka, we see that the devotee is offering a prayer where he says that I don't want any kingdom, any gold or diamonds or beautiful companionship with the opposite gender. I just want one thing, to be able to observe in your glorious boundaries. Nakama yenatha tadapyaham kvachinna yatra yushma charana ambujasavah mahattamantar hridayan mukhachyuto vidhatsva karana yutameshamevara. I don't want anything. I just want the opportunity to hear Krishna's glories when they are being spoken by devotees of Krishna. That's the aspiration of great devotees. So now we'll recite the last shloka and conclude the session. I'm getting little delayed. Haratvam samsaram dhrutataram surapate haratvam papanam vitatim aparam yadavapate aho dinena thedi hita charano nishchitamidam Jagannathaswami nayana pathagami bhavatu me haratvam samsaram drutataram asaram surapate. This shloka says, Haratvam samsaram. Oh Lord, oh Surapate. Surapate means the Lord of all devatas. So you are so merciful in destroying the samsara of your devotees. Surapate means you are the Lord of all devatas. Haratvam samsaram, you can easily destroy the samsara. Samsara means this repeated cycle of birth and death. There is no essence in it. It's useless. So please quickly take away this useless material existence from me. I'm unnecessarily undergoing this repeated cycle of birth and death. Please take this away. So that's the meaning of this line. Haratvam samsaram drutataram asaram surapate haratvam papanam vitatim aparam yadavapate. Haratvam papanam. You can easily destroy my sins also, papa also, right? Haratvam papanam vitatim aparam yadavapati. And vitatim means they are like spread, they are accumulated, right? So I have, by living in this material existence for such a long time, since time immemorial, I have accumulated a lot of papa, lot of sinful reactions. Haratvam papanam vitatim aparam yadavapate. So vitatim means accumulated. How much? Aparam, unlimited. What is accumulated? Papa. So I have accumulated unlimited papa. Please destroy them. Please take it away. You are Hari. You can do Haran very easily. Yadavapate. Please destroy these things. So in this way, the devotee is praying. Aho dinena thedi hita charano nishchitamidam. Aho dine. I am Dina. I am very fallen. I am very lowly. Nathe. Anathe. Actually, this is Anathe. I am like an orphan. But you are Jagannatha. I am Anatha. You are Jagannatha. Please make me Sanatha. Right? So you become my caretaker. Aho dinena thedi hita charano nishchitamidam. So I am humbling myself and they become helpless. Please help me. So this way the devotee is offering prayer. Jagannathaswami nayana pathagami bhavatu me. So that's the conclusion of this prayer. And there's one last small shloka. Jagannathastakam punyam yahapatyehe prayatah suchihi sarva papa vishuddhatma vishnu lokam sagacchati. One who offers this prayer of Jagannathastakam with love and devotion, which is supremely pious, one can attain Vishnu Lokam. One can even attain the spiritual world also. So with this, we will conclude at 6:42. I went little beyond time, but no problem. we have meditated on the beautiful Jagannathastakam written by Shankaracharya. And Prabhupada also especially repeats the last line, that is, may that Supreme Lord Jagannath Ji be the object of my vision. So that is Jagannathaswami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatumi. That line Prabhupada taught all his disciples, and during the Rath Yatra, devotees chant this. Okay, so nicely with so much love and devotion. So now Rath Yatra is coming up, Gundicha Marjan is coming up. We can prepare our consciousness for this divine event and celebrate this event wherever we are, online or whatever. But consciousness is more important. Preparation of consciousness is more important than physical participation, which sometimes is possible or may not be possible. But we got this opportunity to meditate on the Jagannathastakam. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. I thank all the devotees.